There's 43 involuntary held patients in 2008 had 300 doses of ECT forced on them. Remember, there's no test here. There's no x-rays, there's no scan. There's nothing previously. It is just simply the opinion of the doctor that this is the right thing to do. And they're forced to take it against their will. They're forced into psychiatric units. And all of that is a huge part of the stigma. And MadPride will change all of that, but never talking about it. It's about love, it's about laughter. It's about the simplicities, it's about holding each other as a community. It ain't rocket science. It's not rocket science. I was an auctioneer and a publican. I did everything. I sold insurance, I sold cosmetics. Basically, I like to call myself a salesman. I've been a salesman all my life. And to close a sale, it doesn't matter what the hell you're doing, whether it's a funding application or whether it's selling a house, to close a sale, fantastic, especially a difficult sale. And the more difficult it is, the bigger the challenge and the more satisfying it is when you close it. I would never have given any thought to mental health until I had a breakdown. I attempted suicide, and I suppose you just can't get much lower than that. And thanks be to God, I was bad at it. I failed, which was a good thing, because I can now hold my grandsons, and I couldn't if I had. They kept changing the diagnosis to change the medications. They kept topping up the medications as it didn't fix. And eventually I walked around like a zombie. Blazing with light is the widest and the tallest and the biggest one. I started to question my psychiatrist. So he wrote a note to my GP and said he thought I was developing paranoia. So you can't win. I got angry at his diagnosis of paranoia. He said, I think you're getting psychosis now, John. So you can't win. So you go one way or the other, you're shagged, because what they have done is that they've diagnosed life. And I just made up my mind. I just sat down and I thought I'm a rational kind of a guy. And I just said, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. So I went cold turkey. I bucked the system. So the system threw me out, spat me out and said, that's it, you're on your own, we will have no more to do with you. And then I just decided to open my mouth. I decided to go public with the fact that I had madness, the normality of madness. I started, I suppose, by making myself a pain in the arse at different conferences, gate crashing the annual general conference of the Psychiatric Nurses Association, grabbing the mic out of the audience and saying my speak. But I was rejected for 6-7 years by everybody. Everybody. The first break I got was with SEI. The very first break I got was SEI. And they gave me money at a point where I was just about broke. I put 100 grand of my own money, 150 grand of our own money with my wife's consent into changing what's going on. And we were running out. And SEI gave me a few bob. And that kept me going for a bit. But more important, I think, what SEI did is they gave me some contacts. They tumble and fight, and they're beautiful. And you see, it's grand to get an introduction, but now you have to use it. And I used them. Absolutely without mercy. Without mercy. And I went and I used it in every way I could. But I knew my product. Blazing with light. I decided one thing, that no matter what happened, I was not going to bend on the principle. And I think if social entrepreneurs pick up anything from what I'm saying today, define your principle, know your principle, be happy with it, and then design the most flexible strategy you could possibly imagine within your head to get to the principle, but never, ever bend on the principle. We've had 40,000 people attend our events. in 3 years. And that's MadPride. All you see at the top is the fun and the shows and the rest of it. And underneath, we're running a campaign to change the Mental Health Act of Ireland 2001, and that's going to happen this year.
To wait till those wolves make night.
We're causing change to happen. We're causing a debate to be had. And we're challenging the vested interest by never talking about it. Sales are not just about putting on a show. Sales are about being who you are, about being true to yourself. People sense it. People know it. People know when you're passionate. People pick up on your passion. It doesn't have to be because you're a great extrovert. It just happens to be because you're true to what you're trying to do. And you love what you're trying to do. Keep coming back to that word. It's a great word. It is a great word in any segment of life. And if you love what you do, you can't lose.